So the other night we were out, my wife, my daughter, and I, we were out enjoying having a great time. And as we were coming home, there was something that happened that triggered me. It wasn't anyone's fault. It was just something that I thought of, that I experienced, that just came to mind and became this like present thing that triggered me and put me into a place of like scarcity and fear. Now, I tried to be able to control it, contain it, all this kind of stuff. But as we got home, it just kept boiling inside of me. And we got in, we opened up the door. It's like late. I'm ready to go to bed. There's all these things. And I just feel this pressure building up inside of me over and over and over again. And then we try to get my daughter to go to bed. And then she's like, I'm going to go as slow as I can. She's like, freeze walk. And it's like freezing. And I'm just like, there's just part of me that's just like getting so frustrated. And all of a sudden I just snap. And it's this point where I just get like super frustrated, super triggered. And it wasn't because of her, it was because of me. Is because of my own mindset, my own thought process, fear that was going on inside of my own head, just about stuff that I couldn't even control. I want to bring this up today to be able to share with you just like my experience with it, but also to say, like, are you in a place today where you're experiencing fear? Sometimes fear in the relationship, in your life, in your situation can lead to having short fuses with your kids, can lead you to a place where you're frustrated, where you're on edge, where you're hyper vigilant about the things that are happening and you're not sure, how do I actually handle this? Have you noticed a time where it's affecting your interactions with other people? How you show up? Maybe you're not present, maybe you're not engaged, and it's something that's actually slowing you down and holding you back from the person that you actually want to be. Like, I need you to understand that it's crucial to be able to understand how to control your reaction to fear. In that moment, I did not control my reaction to fear. I reacted because of the fear, the scarcity, the mindset, the stuff that I was dealing with inside my head. It made me go and just like blew up. Does that ever happen to you? Because sometimes when you're in a toxic relationship, you have different levels of fear. You have different levels of frustration. You have different levels of things that have this like big impact on you. And it might just affect specific moments. It might affect all of your life with different distractions, different frustrations, different things that have this huge effect of your reactions, of your behavior, of your response. And it's like, I'm not showing up how I want to show up. If you've ever had this like trigger of fear happen inside you, just type in the chat fear. Just type in the chat and be like, fear. Hey, I struggle with this too at times. Like, I've been frustrated with this. I've been short with my kids at times. I've been short with other people. I've struggled with this piece of fear. Just type in the chat the word fear. Because I think it's helpful for other people to see and understand that, like, it's not just you struggling with it. There's a lot of people struggling with it. And oftentimes the fear will end up manipulating you. Now, you're used to this because you've been in a toxic relationship. You've seen the toxic person in your life, and you've gotten to the place where that person has manipulated you over and over and over again. And I want to let you know right now, if you let fear manipulate you, you risk becoming victims and hindering your own personal growth and relationships. So listen to the lesson for today, okay? Fear will manipulate you only to the level that you allow it to control your life. Fear will manipulate you only to the level that you allow it control over your life. You see, in that moment, I wasn't in a place of peril or danger, but my mindset was in scarcity. My mindset was in fear. And so as a result, I allowed it to take control of what was going on in the moment and to react and to lash out because I was in this place of fear. Fear only manipulates you to the level that you let it control you. Now, this is hard because we bring this into the toxic world and the toxic relationship that you're in, and you're struggling because you have this fear about what he's going to do to you, about how he's going to react. You have this fear about the toxic guy in your life of what he's actually going to say, do, or respond. Maybe you're living in fear on a day-to-day basis because you don't know what attitude he's going to come into the house with. You don't know how it's going to affect you or the kids on a day-to-day basis, and you're constantly living in fear. Now, you might be in the relationship or out of the relationship and still struggling with this piece of fear. Now, I want you just to take a pause. Because when you feel this fear coming in on a day-to-day basis, take a deep breath. To remind yourself that fear doesn't control you. He's going to try to make you think that he controls you. He's going to try to give the impression that he has dominance and control over your life, but in all reality, you are the only one that has control over your life. It's what power will you give away to the narcissist, to the toxic guy in your life, to fear. Fear does not control you. But when you keep getting to this place where fear ends up being something that you see and that you hear over and over and over again, it only controls you to the level that you allow it to control you. How many of you right now feel like fear is controlling you? Do you feel like this is something that has been coming up for you over and over and over again? Because if you're in a toxic relationship, you're typically dealing with fear, with high stress, with high anxiety, not letting you function as a normal human being, living in a state of hypervigilance, wondering when he's going to come back, wondering how he's going to hurt you, wondering how he's going to abuse you mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, whatever it might be. You're living in this state of fear. And until we get your mindset to be able to understand that it doesn't control you and you can actually leave or break up or go no contact or divorce or whatever it might be for your situation, until we help you work through that, fear will continue to control you. It will continue to manipulate you to the level that you allow it to. Now, it seems easier said than done, especially when we're on the outside, right? Like, this is me talking into it. This is me sharing, hey, this is my piece of fear that I'm bringing up. But this is a fear that is going to be prevalent in your life on a day-to-day basis. The question is, are you going to let it control you? Because fear will leave you to a place that once you let it control you, you won't make a move. You won't do anything for your health, for your growth. Because of fear, you will stay isolated. You will continue to isolate from your friends and from your family because you're afraid of what's actually going on, of the pain that you're going to have to deal with, of how he reacts when you interact with these other people. Because of fear, you're going to pull back and making the business decisions that you know you need to make for your business because you're not sure how he's going to respond or how he's going to act to you. Because of fear, you're going to pull back and you're not going to have the connection with the kids that you want to be able to have because of how it's going to look, how he's going to come across, how he's going to yell at you because you're not paying attention to him. There is going to be fear that is going to continue to control your life over and over and over again till you choose not to let it. The question is how? I want to be able to show you how I help liberate people from the fear of being in a toxic relationship, the fear that controls you, whether you're in or even out of the relationship, and it's your own mind still controlling you at this point. So if you're watching this today and you're a woman that's stuck in a toxic relationship and you have fear, wondering, how do I actually get out of this? Please click on the link in my bio. You can click on any of the websites that we have linked, click on the link in my bio, or shoot me a message that says fear. And I'll know what you're talking about. Because I want to give you the tools that helps break you free. It's mentally, it's emotionally. It's the stuff that's debilitating, degrading, leaving you questioning your worth, leaving you questioning your value, leaving you questioning everything. If that's you today and you're struggling with fear, then shoot me a DM that says fear, or go to the link in my bio, rawmotivations.com/breakthrough, because I want to help give you the tools to move forward in the healing process. Don't let fear hold you back from your potential. Don't let fear hold you back from your calling. Don't let fear hold you back from you actually discovering your purpose, who you're actually called to be, being able to stand up as a beacon of light for your kids, for your family, for you. Fear will tell you to play small. Fear will tell you to stay stuck. And fear will tell you to do nothing at all. Don't listen to fear. Because fear will manipulate you only to the level that you allow it to control your life. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.